Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Viewpoints with me, your boy, the man, NJ, number 2, the city with the number 2 and TO. Let's go. Once again, thank you all for your loyal support and encouragement over the months, days, years, so on and so forth, of me and my YouTube channel, me and my Twitter, me and Snapchat, me and Instagram. Shout out, God bless all the people who continuously follow me on Instagram, even though I barely use my Instagram. The last time I was on it was probably sometime late last year in December or November, and I was DMing people. But as well, thank you all for your support on Instagram and so on and so forth. Again, my Instagram is obviously not hard. It's pretty much NJ, number 2, the city. And when you type that in, you'll see both of my accounts. So forth and so forth. But thank you all for giving me support on every social media platform I have, even though I barely post on some of them. Thank you for giving me all the support and encouragement you do give me, and I greatly appreciate it. Now, one of the top things that I'm doing this weekend thus far is I'm over here watching Tai Lopez on YouTube. So if y'all want to go look up who Tai Lopez is on YouTube, you most certainly can. You know, he's almost a guy that's similar to, like me when it comes to thinking, but as well is way older than me, I believe so, and has already accomplished a lot more things than I have. I'm 19, he's probably in his early 30s or something like that, and he's, giving these memoirs and stuff, or whatever you want to call it, like, daily videos of, mentoring people and stuff like that. So you can go look up Tai Lopez if you want to. But one of the top things that concerns me with some of his comments on some of his videos is stuff like when it comes to our education system. Now, I'm not going to lie, a lot of parts of our education system is rigged, negatively rigged, from elementary to college. A lot of parts of our education system is rigged, but another good parts of it are not rigged and are very open, outgoing, joyous, and spontaneous. As I said before, we can claim it's rigged left and right in whichever way we want to, but the majority of us, regardless, have to go to school. Majority of us have to go to school up until college. So we can claim it's rigged left and right, but until somebody comes up with whatever else alternative idea to get past it in whatever way, whatever constructive, legal, God first, clean way that you can, you got to go anyway. So that's one of the top reasons why I do what I can to, help support and encourage people through their school journey, to let them know, like, you have the two alternative options I know you have when it comes to school. If you don't want to be right there directly in a physical classroom, you can do virtual school or you can do homeschool. Those are your two options, if you were to ask me, your two alternative options. Until somebody else comes up with any other alternative options, of school, those are definitely those two right there. Because if you ask me, it's not fully that school's not for everybody. If you ask me, it's not fully that school's not for everybody. But it depends what type of school that you are interested in and what you want to do with. It all depends on that stuff, Depending on what age you are, depending on what ideas you already have for career paths and what you want to do with your life, it all depends on that as well. Because some people, I'm not going to lie, some people have no interest in learning what they're learning in school every single day. Some people will probably tell you that they've gone to school for this amount of years and ain't learned nothing. For whatever reason it is, whether they had bad teachers, whether they didn't pay attention, whether it was, whatever the case was, But I can assure you this, that, there are some certain subjects within school we totally need, If you ask me, I'll defend the school system all day long when it comes to certain things. Quote me on that. Certain things, I'll defend the school system all day long, Or I will at least I mean, I don't even know what the second half of that is, but I can definitely assure you all day long I'll defend the school system on certain things. But again, quote me on certain things. It's certain things I will not defend the school system on, because certain things I'm not going to, lie about it. It is negatively rigged and it is garbage. It needs to be, fixed and replaced with something that definitely is more cleaner, more innovative, and more pure, and is going to help more people. If you ask me, it's not really that hard to come up with some of these, bills and stuff like that. It's not hard to take it. If you ask me personally, I guess you could say from the outside looking in, it's not that hard to take surveys and literally study the test scores, study what a majority got right from wrong, or study what majorities got right from wrong, depending on age groups and, what they're learning here and what they're learning there, and come up with constructive plans to help fit everybody, and pass that bill. If you ask me, it's not that hard. But that obviously is from the outside looking in. But I would love to take part in the creation of a bill such as that when it comes to our education system, one that constructively caters towards everybody in some type of innovative way, to where you actually do love school. Like, even if you don't have any favorite subjects, you still do love and enjoy school, because you can admit that you are still learning something very constructive that is helping you in some much way in your everyday life, academically and in your personal life, so forth and so forth. And I would love to take part in constructing whatever type of bill, education bill that is, in the near future. Because like I say, St. Johns County, where I'm at and I've been at for 5 years now, as I said before, the further growth and development is not going to stop anytime soon. So you literally have to make that decision. And I want to say discretion, but that decision definitely, you have to make that decision, on, are you just going to spend time bashing the school system, especially in a county like St. John's? Are you going to spend time, and I'm going to say all the time, better yet, or a majority of your time? You're going to spend a majority of your time bashing the school system and keep trying to pick out its flaws and keep trying to ride against this, ride against that? Or are you going to spend a majority of your time trying to help learn, build, and grow the school system and help implement your ideas here and there whenever you can? And then when you do come across these negatives, know how to sit down and have a discussion with somebody, or stand up and have a discussion with somebody on future plans to fix that negative, towards, again, getting, I want to say back on track to, again, learning, building, and growing with the school system. Like I say, if you ask me, it sounds, to a lot of people, it probably sounds hard or a waste of time or something they have no interest in. But like I said before, you all know who I am, NJ, number 2 the city. I've already put it on my Twitter, because today is Sunday, January 20, let me look, I think 28th. January 20, hold up. January 28th. Yeah, Sunday, January 28th, 2018. And like I said before, from everything I've been learning over the past few years, just my opinions, by the way, or something like that. From everything that I've been learning over the past few years, like I say, oh, sorry. Let me get back to what I really meant to say. You look back on my Twitter, like I said before, my Twitter at NJ, number 2 the city, with the number 2 and TL. I tweeted out yesterday on Saturday during watching the Senior Bowl on NFL Network and scouting all those quarterbacks and such, and scouting Mr. Shaquem Griffin, which hopefully he gets drafted to Jacksonville or some Florida team. Also, he's from UCF, by the way, or played college ball at UCF. But as I was saying, if you check my Twitter at NJ number 2 the city from yesterday, you'll see where I literally tweeted out, "Hey, this is I'm gonna add this and that to my career paths of what I want to go to college for, stuff like to become a dean and to become a counselor, and stuff like that." I can't tell you how good I would be trying to help kids figure out their schedules for for what they do and do not need. I can't tell you how good I would be at that, but I do think it's definitely worth a try. And definitely. And if not that, definitely be a counselor for personal life issues and stuff like that within the school system. And so on and so forth. And when it comes to being a dean, I can't tell you how good I would be, but I can assure you that, like I say, I'm not afraid to call every parent I have to call and schedule parent-teacher meetings with everybody's parent that is acting up and so forth, and getting down to the bottom of what do we need to do to change this. Because like I said before, this is how much I care, and this is how much not only I care, but like I say, it's necessary, it's needed. So many kids do every year negatively fall through the cracks of the school system and end up places they shouldn't end up. And like I say, it begs the same question. If you ask me every day, it begs the same question: where are your parents at? Or who is your legal guardian? Where's your family at? What are they doing for you? How are they helping you not fall through the cracks? But as I've said before in previous videos, or if I didn't say it before in a previous video, actually I did, but I might not have posted it yet. I believe I've also been learning every single day that, again, not everybody handles these situations the same way you do. Not everybody has the same moral code as you do. Not everybody has the same discipline as you do. Not everybody believes in the same truths as you do. Not everybody believes in all these same things as you do when it comes to higher morals, higher learning, and how to handle things better and cleaner and more prosperous and more successful for everybody's, for the growth and development towards everybody's better tomorrow on everybody's victory day, so forth and so forth. Not everybody believes in it the same way you do. Some people have way different methods on how to raise their kids and how to raise their families. It may not be working the way you think it should be working, but for them, as long as it lives up to their own personal standards, they're overall okay with it. And like I say, that's also a big problem within our society, if you ask me, is parents who think they know what they're doing when it comes to raising their kids, but have no clue what they're doing. And because they have no clue what they're doing, and they're doing everything wrong, that's what lands us into the same cycle of which we continuously have been in for decades. Of which, like I say, if you ask me, utterly disgust me and make me think to myself, this is why I need to implement my influence here, there, and just do what I can to, help make up this better tomorrow, which I know we all have the potential of having. Now, this is 12 minutes into the video. But as a school dean, I can assure you that one of the top things I'm going to do, I'm not afraid to call in every parent that I have to call in, and call in the teachers, principal, whoever, and let's solve these issues together. Okay, for everybody's better, involvement. Everybody's better tomorrow. And especially when you work in the education system, if I'm not mistaken, the number one reason why you do it is because you care about the kids. If I'm not mistaken, that's the number one reason why you become a teacher to begin with, or you become a principal to begin with, or you become a dean, or whatever the case is, because you care about the kids and you want to help the kids. You want to help make their lives better. You want to play a role in their lives constructively, And if you ask me, I'm going to exercise that. Being a dean, I'm going to exercise that. Being a teacher, I want to exercise that. Whatever role within the education system I play in, I'm going to exercise that to the God first best of my abilities, because I believe in these kids, I believe in their schools, and I believe in their power of influence to to do great things, and I do believe, like I say, they can do it. They just need the right tutelage, the right guidance, the right help, and so on and so forth, the right mentorship, and people need to constructively work together and realize / practice what for better and for worse is with family, with relationships, and truly practice that. Because one of the top things that we don't have in today's culture is the practicing of what truly for better and for worse is, and we need more of that in today's culture. Always in favor for all eternity. We need more of practicing what for better and for worse is, and not only practicing what for better and for worse is, also knowing how to be real people, be real friends, tell the truth, be God honest, and and again, be very kind, be very polite, be very caring, be very outgoing, or if not outgoing, everything else I just named, be those things, and be very compassionate, and choose your words very, very wisely, because you never know how negative or positive impact they could have on the next man, but you want to make sure they have the best impact on that person towards a better tomorrow for all. Jesus above all, when you are spiritually saved in the words, what it means to ball. God bless. More coming soon. Take care.